Many people remember these images associated with the times of childhood and youth. At that time, the film industry was not yet flooded with Marvel comic book movies, and when audiences were not yet spoiled with special effects, and movies weren't made on green screens. Viewers enjoyed these very action movies. They may have had an unpretentious plot, but with understandable themes of bright, charismatic characters. But it's one thing to remember the audience when you are a positive hero, and it is quite a challenge when you play a villain. Bolo is just the kind of actor who managed to win fans' love by mainly playing bad guys. What became of the Chinese Hercules? Bolo was born July 3, 1946, in China, the son of a local businessman and a housewife. At age 4, the boy became interested in Kung Fu, and at age 10, he began practicing martial arts with local masters. He also attended acrobatics training and became interested in lifting weights. He successfully combined martial arts with strength training, making him China's powerlifting champion. Contrary to popular belief, Bolo was not a karate champion and had never practiced this martial art. In the mid-60s, the young man fled communist China to Hong Kong. More precisely, he got there by swimming. It was one of the few escape routes with the slightest chance of encountering a border patrol. In Hong Kong, Yeung became a trainer and opened his bodybuilding school. He soon caught the eye of one of the agents of Hong Kong's most prominent film company, Shaw Brothers Studios, who offered him a movie role. In 1970, the 23-year-old made his big screen debut in an action movie, The Wandering Swordsman, in a supporting role, and also won the title of Mr. Hong Kong in a bodybuilding tournament, which he would go on to win 9 straight. The turning point in Bolo's career was meeting Bruce Lee. At the time, Bruce was shooting his film, The Way of the Dragon, and the picture was sponsored by a cigarette advertising company. In cinemas before the screening, it was planned to run a short masterclass on Bruce Lee and cigarette commercials, to which our hero was invited. Between them ensued friendship, and in 1973, Bruce invited Bolo to the role of a bodyguard of his main opponent in the movie The Way of the Dragon. In this movie, Yeung played a character named Bolo, who was later chosen for a stage name. Bolo did not fight Bruce Lee in this movie. The latter promised to fight in the next film. But Bruce Lee died 6 days before the premiere release of The Way of the Dragon. Next came the action movie Chinese Hercules. And although it did not play a significant role, the nickname, like another nickname of the Beast from the East, was firmly fixed on him. Working with the legendary Bruce Lee helped. It was easier to get roles in movies, but the death of a friend for many years closed his path to the American film industry. Left without support, throughout the 70s and 80s, he appeared in more than 60 films where he usually appeared as a villain and where the main character killed him. Bolo was mostly in cheap movies of questionable quality, reinforcing his image among the fans. In 1978, Bruce Lee's picture Game of Death was still filmed with the help of understudies and was released. Bolo Yeung also appeared in it. The actor also tried his hand as a director. In 1979, the comedy action film Bolo and the film Writing Kung Fu were released. In 1986, Bolo worked with Bruce Lee's son Brandon on the set of Legacy of Rage. He not only played the main character's antagonist but also prepared Brendan for fights. Along with filming in the 70s and 80s, Bolo repeatedly championed Southeast Asia in Kempo. And world fame brought him to release in the 1988 action movie Bloodsport, in which he got the role of the main villain named Chong Li. On the set, he met a young actor, Jean-Claude Van Damme, who was a fan of Bolo from a young age. Although critics gave the film negative reviews, audiences received it well. And the career of the 42-year-old actor got a second wind. Bloodsport opened the actor to the roles of the main negative characters in the action films Breathing Fire, Tiger Claws, and Ironheart. And in 1991, Van Damme invited Yeung to the role of his rival in the movie Double Impact, offering a fee of $25,000. Of course, no box office successes at the time. We did not have to talk about them. Most of the films were released on video, and those that hit theaters at best made a modest amount of money and mostly failed at the box office. In interviews, Bolo has often noted that he was not embarrassed by the fact that it fixed the role of villains. However, the actor's filmography has a few parts of positive characters. So, in 1993, he played in the science fiction action movie TC-2000 and also appeared in the title roles in 2 parts of the Shootfighter. In 1996, he starred in another action movie Tiger Claws II, after which Bolo took a 20-year career break. In 2006, The search engine Yahoo surveyed who, according to users, was the best actor in movies about kung fu, and Bolo Yeung came in second place just behind Bruce Lee. In 2007, he was invited to star in the film The Ultimate Fighter, a co-production between the United States and Kazakhstan. Due to legal problems, the film was never released on the big screens, limited to screenings at several festivals. More than 4 years later, it was released online. In 2008, Bolo officially announced that he was leaving the cinematography, though he did appear in 2 more Kazakhstanian films after that. Also, Bolo appeared in an episode of the documentary project Jean-Claude Van Damme, Behind Closed Doors. It is worth noting that Yeung also appeared in several documentaries about Bruce Lee. In 2016, the actor played a cameo in Diamond Cartel, and a year earlier appeared in the action-adventure film The Whole World at Our Feet. Bolt is now chairman of the Hong Kong Physical Fitness Commercial and manager of the Thai International Bodybuilding Association. He also holds master classes, creative meetings, and autograph sessions. He starts every morning with a 2-hour workout. He does not smoke or drink alcohol. The 76-year-old Bolo Yeung's fortune is estimated at $1.5 million. Affable and quiet in life, Bolo has always been able to bring a sense of actual menace to the other side of the screen. He tried not to turn martial arts into a circus and said that a true professional must make one move, which will be watched with bated breath.